Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Feeding the Flames. Now, I'm excited for a couple of reasons. First off, we're going to be playing a puzzle from the fantastic constructors FullDeck and missing a few cards, so we know we're in for a fantastic time here with today's puzzle. Other reason, look at this particular thumbnail. It's magical, it's glorious, it's colourful. I really went with a magical theme, because sometimes the puzzles they do create feel a little bit magical, rather than I could have gone with something a bit more boring, like, campfire and I'm feeding a bunch of logs and coal and whatnot into it. I'm excited, hopefully you are too, and I'm going to just say, let's crack on and take a look with today's puzzle and rule sets. Now, I don't actually quite see the flame, so I don't know if the reference here is that we're feeding the arrow sums, or if this is some kind of ancient, pagan fire symbol or something that I'm not quite seeing. Who knows? Rules-wise, we've got standard Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, every 3x3 box. Nothing unusual here. Arrows, digits along an arrow must sum to the number indicated in the circle from which the arrow emerges, and digits may repeat along arrows if allowed by other rules. So, for example, if this cell is a 2 and this cell is a 3, these two cells add up to a 5, and therefore I would have to put a 5 inside the circle. Now you've got a couple of arrows, or a few more than a couple actually, where there's multiple arrows coming out of it. What that means is these 3 cells will sum up to a value that's going to be written in here, and that these 3 cells have to sum up to the same value. We're not adding up all 6 cells to actually add it into what's in here. Then we have thermometers. Excuse me. Digits along a thermometer increase from the bulb to the tip. And I'm going to go with this thermometer in here, in the corner, where I'm hoping I won't accidentally solve anything. So if this is a 2, remember digits have to increase as you get further away from the bulb. So this would have to be 3, 4, 5, or all the way up to to 9. And that would be a valid set of pencil marks. You couldn't do a 1 because now you're decreasing as you go along the thermometer. That's all the rules we have for today. You can see I very deliberately ignore the fact that a lot of the arrows in the thermometers coexist. That's for us to figure out, which prompts you to say, if you want to feed these flames, link will be in the description down below for you to enjoy this puzzle. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Where's my buttons? Yeah, that's that button. This button, done. So the thing that stands out to me is these thermometers. In fact, even these thermometers. All right, okay, there's quite a few of them. And I think I'm going to start by thinking about these. And they stand out to me for one main reason. You can't go any higher than a 2 in the bulb. If you go for a 2 and you absolutely minimize everything else, remember it's increasing, I can't duplicate the 2. 3 and 4, I'm already at 9, which is the maximum you write in a single digit. So in essence, all of the bulbs, all of the 3-cell arrow thermometers, so I'm ignoring this one in the corner, can only be 1 or 2. Now if I go with 1 and I minimize this, I could obviously go as high as 6, so I can go 1, 2, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not something that I particularly want a pencil mark. I'm trying to think what is the ceiling for the second digit. And yeah, if I put a 4, I've broken it, because the next one along will be 5, that's already 9, that's 10, that's not possible. So actually the second one of these cells is consistently 2 or 3, which gives me a bunch of digits, as you can see. 1, 2 pair in box 4, that's a 3. 1, 2 pair in box 6, that's a 3. 3 is actually looking at 2, multiple places. That's 2, that's 1, that's 2, that's 1. 3 is now one of these 3 cells. Can I actually put it in the circle? Let me think. That would need to be 1, 2 pair. And that's not possible because the 1 and 2 are looking at this cell. So that can't be a 3. 1, also more Sudoku, is essentially in here, not this cell because of the 1-2 pair. It's one of these two cells. Okay. Yeah, not sure. I'm going to keep going and see if I can press this a bit further. You see, what I'm thinking is essentially one of these cells is a 2. So essentially it'll be 2, 3, 4, 9. The other one is got a bit more freedom, not necessarily with the 3. In fact, once you put a 3 in here, even if I minimize everything, 1, 3, and 4, this is 8 or 9. And this is, no, not that one. Yeah, this is, because it's this thermometer that I'm thinking of. This is 8 or 9 as well. They're not necessarily the same. So if I use coloring here to actually just clarify this, this 1 and 2 is different. So one of these is guaranteed to be a 9 because it'll be 2, 3, 4. The other one doesn't have to be. I can do 1, 3, and 4 again to get to an 8. They don't have to be the same digit. This is purple. This is blue. You can see purple is none of these cells. Oh, here's a much better one. Here's a much better one. Let's take a look at this arrow. I've kind of ignored the arrows that don't have thermometers, and I shouldn't. Look at this cell. This is not 1, 2, or 3. I'm already at least a 4. Look at these two cells. They're not 1. They're at least 2 and 3. So that's 5, that's 4, that's my 9. And that can't be anything other than 4. There we go. Also means that this is not a 4. So I think I could kind of reverse engineer it in the sense that this can't be 2 because 2 would put 3, would put 4, and it can't be bigger than 4 because that would be bigger than 9. So the fact that I can't have a 4 in here tells me this can't be a 2. So purple is 1. That's not 1. That's 1. Blue is 2. 2 in here says that's 3. This can't be 4 anymore. So 1, 3, and 5, and 9. 2 in here, of course, all the blue ones. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 9s again. That means 1, 2, and 6. There we go. 2 in here gives me 3, gives me 2. That 3 gives me this, gives me a 3. Fantastic. We've actually almost solved all the ones that we were focusing on. This is 4 or 5 to get to 8 or 9. These two cells have to add up to 9, and they're clearly not 1, 8 anymore. They could be 2, 7. 2, 7, that looks good. 3, 6 is not possible because of the double 3 that's looking at it. In fact, that's just Sudoku 3. And 4, 5 is not possible because there is a 4 in the box. So this is forced to be 2 and 7. What's going on in here? That is a 2. Sudoku again coming to the rescue. None of these are 2s. That's a 2. That's a 5. We're almost done with the arrow sums. I hesitate to say. This is not 1, 2, or 3. This is at least a 4. And this is also not a 9. And it can't be 5. So this is 6, 7, or 8. And it's not even 6 because of this 6. So this is actually quite restricted. This can't be 5. It could be 6. And it's not 7. And it can't be any bigger. Yeah, very heavily restricted. Right, more Sudoku. So we can actually make progress in this puzzle. None of these are 3s. That's the only place for a 3 in here. Are we done with 3s? Yes, we will be. I think that is done now. 1s. No. No. Huh. Okay. No. Right, 2s maybe. Maybe better luck with that. Yep, 2. 2. I think that is all of them now. Yeah, I count 9. 3s were done. 4s. What about this 4? That's, no, hang on. One of these two cells is a 4. For a second I was, yep, that gives me another 4 in here. 4 in there. 4 is in one of two cells and it can't be this cell. That's 4, that's 5, that's 9. That's arrow sums done. I need a 4 up here. Can I get a 4 up here? No. It's not yet. And no. Okay, we need something else, another digit to help resolve all of these. This can still be a 4, okay. 5 and 6, come on. No. 6. I must be missing some obvious Sudoku then. Oh, 9. Yeah, that's a 9. This is a 6-8 pair. That's a known digit, that's a 7. These, well, there's a 5 in here. Plus 6 and 8. 6 and 8 are restricted. One of them is in there. One of them is in here. And obviously another one is joining the 4. Right, what about row 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, 8. Ooh, not seeing it. This is just more pencil marks. There's another 6, 7, 8 with a 5. Oh, hang on. No 6s. That is a 6. That's not a 6. Small win, really. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 6. You know, I say that as if like it was going to reveal everything and really hasn't. We are done with the arrow sum. So aside from the thermometer at the bottom right, I think we are done with variance. So yeah, I should be doing more Sudoku is kind of the conclusion of this look around. 1, I haven't actually thought about this box. Must have. Yeah, not useful. This is 5, 7, 8. That gives me a triple. May be useful. So we're left with 1, 4, and surely a 9. Yeah. So this is not 1 nor 9. I'm pretty sure that is the 4. That's not the 4. And this is a 1, 9 pair. It doesn't look like it's a resolved 1, 9 pair. That 4 removes this 4 as an option. Puts the 4 in here and not a 4 there. This is the 6, 8, the other 6, 8. And this is 5, 6, 8, 5, 6, 8. Obviously it's 5, 8 in this case. I will pencil mark 2 digits. I think this is now forced to be a 4. Yes, it is. Sudoku says this is the only place for it. So that is 4. Doesn't put, I mean, to be fair, the 6 didn't put pressure on the 7, 8 either. Is that 4's done? I count 9 of them. Yep. This is not a 7. I don't know why I've ever had that. So this is 5, 6, or 8, and it's not 6. This is 5 or 8. 5, 8 in the row. Yep, that's a pair. That's 6. That's 8. That's not 8. Means there's another 5, 7, and a 6 in here. And this is the only place for the 6, and this is the 5 or 7. Right, they're all different, not resolvable right now. This is the only place for a 6 in row 8 with that 6. That's 6. This is just a 5, 8 pair now. And therefore that is 6. That is 8. And for now, nothing else. Come on, other 6s. I can see the 1 pattern and the 6 pattern are kind of repeating. Not enough. Oh, that's not a 6 either. That's not a 6. That is just, here we go. So we have 1, 9, 1, 9, and 5. Yeah, could be any of them. I mean, that's not 1 or 9. That is 5. And therefore that is 1 or 9, except it's not a 1. That's 9. That's 1. That's not a 1. That's 9. That is 1. Places a 1 in here as well. And last 1. Then we have a second 7, 8 and a 6. That's the 6. This is the 7, 8. It can't be a 6 in here either, so that is the 6. That's not a 6. Don't need the pencil marks anymore, really. That's 7, 8, not resolved. These are 7, 8, 9. That can't be a 9. That's another 7, 8, if I can type. That's a 9. That's another 7, 8. It's almost as if you want to color the 7, 8s at this point. Not really needed, given how far along we are. 5, 7, and 8. No, I'm not going to pencil mark that. 5, 7, 8, not 8. May be useful. Yes, it is useful. 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, and 8, and 7, and 8, and 7, and 8. It's almost a song now. And 8, and 5, and 8. Excellent. That's all the pencil marks done. This is 5. I have 7 and 9. That's the 9. That's the 7. And that's the 7. And if I've not made any mistakes, that's the 5 for the finish. It's a lovely puzzle, as always, from these two. Quite a straightforward puzzle. I usually find that their puzzles needs a bit of thinking, but I mean, they do quite a bit of range. Now this feels a little bit easier than some of their other 1-star difficulty rated puzzles. Regardless, I hope that you enjoyed the puzzle and video, and see you back for the next one. Bye-bye for now.